a quick 3 up, 3 down to wrap up this bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be back to the top of the 5th with Benny Prediger when we come back on Gulls Baseball.
Here we go. Go Gulls.
Easily lock your card in the RBC mobile app. Get the new iPad when you switch to RBC.
Well, there's a great shot of this packed crowd. And as you know, Benny, this crowd shows up and supports this team in Central Alberta. The Sylvan Lake Gulls just so lucky to have such a great fan base like this. What can you say about this fan base here in Sylvan Lake?
Man, it is absolutely incredible. And honestly, when it comes to playoff season too, it's a couple of the most memorable games I've ever played in my entire career, just because of this fan base that they have and the support that they give us. It's absolutely incredible. And even to this day too, I walk around town and people still know who I am. I'm like, holy cow, like it's really special, the things that they give to us here. And I hope like this would be just something incredible, because I know it's something they've been looking forward to for a long time, is this championship. And I think that knock on wood, would be the best gift we could ever give them, right?
I was just going to say, what would the Harris Trophy do for this fan base? I mean, it would be, and this is hit well into the gap as Raphael Jackson leads things off, what he does best with a base hit out to right field. And that's just kind of what the Regina Red Sox have done. I mean, they do a really good job with the bats. They get things started. It's kind of like the opposite of what the Sylvan Lake Gulls have done. The Sylvan Lake Gulls go down quickly 2 outs with the bats, but then they turn things on, where the Regina Red Sox turn things on to start, and then those Gulls somehow find a way to shut things down with base runners stranded. But
I think that's for the defense that we got, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's
completely opposites, right?
Knowing Chatty too, I know that's one thing. Good block there, Trip. Knowing like one thing I think Chatty really takes pride in too is the defense. There's the man right there. Man, the legend right there, Jason Chatwood, with the playoff mustache buzzing right now. Gotta love that.
I like it.
But I know that's something that he really takes pride in too, is the defense. And working with him at St. Joe's, that's one thing I've come to learn too, is he like truly believes in the philosophy that defense does win the championships. And I think that pitching, defense, I think that's one thing. It's one thing to hit, right? But I think that's like a feast or famine thing, where the bats can either be hot or they can be cold. But if you have solid pitching and defense consistently, that's what can win you ball games. And I think that's what's attributed to the success of the program in the last 4 years, right? Is we've had guys like Boudreau, Hospital, Veselinovic, Rempel, Dolich, McClaskey, like all these big-time arms. And we've had a really good shortstop every single year.
Solid
Weisner, Polson, Roy last year, just Yukamoto now this year, right? And I think that's just the piece of the puzzle that really is key, right? That those main guys up the middle, the guy on the mound consistently rolling them out, and the way that he develops them. And I think that that's really paid dividends in the long run. Soft, get in front.
This is squipped into the right field, as that will land for another base hit for the Red Sox. So again, 4th time this has happened tonight. First 2 batters start off by getting on base one way or the other, mostly with hits. And with 0 outs, you got runners on 1st and 2nd for the Regina Red Sox.
I don't know if it's like a broadcasting rule or something. When I listen to the Jays game, they're so impartial of what happens, but I feel like I'm not going to be like that tonight.
No, fair
so
enough.
just a forewarning to all those Red Sox fans out
course.
there. This is
Gotta be
my
fair.
alma mater, so I can't be impartial right now. So
I love it.
apologies in advance
Yeah.
here to all
There
those fans out
you
there.
go.
Here we
This
go.
is
Touch the
grounded.
bag.
And Anthony Gilbert is going
And-
to touch the bag, try to turn the double play, but not in time.
It's all right. Back to where he started.
But they take the lead runner over at third. Good play there by Anthony Gilbert. And Matthew Fox gets on with a fielder's choice.
Yeah, this is the busiest I might have ever seen it. Do you know what the attendance is on this evening?
I don't know yet. I'm sure the numbers will come our way here shortly. But, yeah, this has got to be one of the top record-breaking nights that the Gulls have had. I mean, there was a lineup. Benny, like 2 hours before this game.
Gosh.
I've never driven to the ballpark and had people beat me like they did waiting outside of the fence and lined up down the ramp right pretty much to the parking lot. It was incredible to watch. Like there's excitement in the air and there's a lot of really excited fans for this Gulls organization and Regina. I'm sure Regina's got quite a few fans.
I bet
in
they made the
attendance
trip
here
out
today.
too.
But
I saw some things on social media that they had some fans rolling out too.
Awesome. Well, that's great to see.
But it was funny last night. I was going to bed and I was planning on going out to this game, right? And got to watch out. My girlfriend's sitting out on that side. I don't know if she can.
Yikes.
She played center field in college though. D2 softball player. She dominated.
Okay,
it.
so she knows how to catch
I don't
a
think
ball.
she gives herself enough credit for how those hands are working. I think she can make a play out there.
Yeah.
But she woke me up last night in the middle of the night. She's like, "There's no tickets left." And I was,
she woke you up.
Yeah, and I was dead asleep, and I was just like, "Hey, like we'll find a way. Like, there's no way I'm not going to come to this game. So we'll find a way."
We're getting Benny Prediger.
Yeah,
this game.
Well, I mean, there's no way I'm going to miss this.
No,
this
exactly.
is like once in a lifetime opportunity, right?
100%.
And I think too, just for the sake of Jason, right? I think this is something that I was just talking to Shauna outside, and it's something that he deserves more than anything, right? And I don't honestly think he gets the credit he deserves. And I know he was the coach of the year, and that is a lot of credit right there. But I never really realized as a player coming in how much work on the back half it takes to make this whole operation happen. And the work that those three guys put in right there, not only Jason, but Matt, Wyatt, like the late nights, they do our laundry for us too, right? And it's something that like I don't think you really realize until after the fact, but the things that they do for us to just be able to come in and play, it's second to none, right? And I think they deserve all the credit in the world. Not only Jason, but like Wyatt, Matt, like holy cow, those guys are just working their butts off day and night. And it's just they're really grinding it for us, and I think that this is something that they deserve, and it's been a long time coming.
Well said. Brady By at the plate, by the way. Now count full as that one goes into the turf for 3-2 count. And, Brady By having a really good at bat here, too. He's fouled off a couple pitches in a row there to stay alive. But, you talked about how, there was, of course, the you're playing for Chatty. You're playing for this fan base. But what about the guys like you? And they're all running on this play as that's a strikeout on Brady By. Runners advance, however. Both runners were running on the play. Zaid Brannigan and Matthew Fox advance an extra base, but now two-way on the Regina Red Sox. But, you guys, that former players like you and former players like all those guys that you said before you, Jonah Weisner and Roy and all those guys, Albaholes, and, this has to feel good for them even. And it must hurt a little bit not being able to be part of this organization when you finally make it to the final, you make it past the Dogs. But what can you say about just watching these guys getting the job done on something that you guys before have really tried so hard to get to, and when you just came up a little short, if that makes sense.
100%. I think it's obviously there's some feelings towards it where it's just like, yes, I wish that that's something I got to experience. And yes, I do wish that there was nothing I ever wanted more than a championship for this town, this city, right? And I think that now for these guys to be able to do it, and I I was saying this at the start of the year, I think to my dad, was if there was ever a group to do it, it would be these guys. The adversity that they faced at the start of the year, I think that taught them some valuable lessons on learning how to win, right? And I think that being able to do that only benefited them later in the season, where you look at the teams from previous years, we dominated that front half of the year, right? Like we did nothing but win ball games. That's all we did. But then we started to taper off slowly and slowly when it got to play postseason time, right? And I think that those early trials and tribulations of this group only help them in moments like this, right? And I think that back to your original question, how it feels as an alumni, it's the only thing I ever want for the city was win a championship. And whether it's me doing it, whether it's these guys, whether it's 2 years down the road, right? There's nothing I want more than the owners, the coaches, the city, the town, the whoever supports. That's the only thing I want for them, is just to pay them back in wins and banners and trophies and good ball games like this, playoff atmospheres, because that's what they deserve, right?
Yeah,
and I think at the end of the day, the Gulls organization, this is a family, right? Graham and Jen take care of me to this day, and Akil and everyone, I owe them the world, because they gave me the best 2 summers of my entire life. And these guys, this community, they still remember me, they appreciate me, and they high five me, kids dab me up in town. And it's it's something I could never really repay enough. So I think just for them to win it this year, next year, whenever, I think that's just the only thing that close. That's the only thing that truly matters to me, is just these fans getting what they deserve, and that's some damn good baseball. Darn good baseball.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
absolutely.
Rule number
well
one.
said.
Broke it.
No, you're good. Well said. James Wright walks to first here. Base is now loaded, so that will set up a little meeting on the mound for Matt Hape and Kai Rempel. I think that'll be it for him. So that'll be the night for Kai Rempel. In comes veteran pitcher. Big Vest is what they like to call him. We'll be back with him when we come back. You're watching Gulls baseball on Flow College.
Ah, Jamaica. It has beaches. It has mountains. It's lively. It's laid back. It roars. It tickles. It's sweet. It's hot. It's luxurious. It's adventurous. That's Jamaica. Come and see for yourself.
New pitcher on the mound for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, and that is one of the veteran pitchers you're going to see in the white uniform. That is who they call Big Ves, Nick Veselinovic. And he will try to shut things down here as the Red Sox have bases loaded, 2-out situation. First pitch has Ian Mont swinging with a 91-mile-per-hour fastball. Big Ves had 4 starts, 12 games played, over 28 innings pitched. He racked up 35 Ks on the season and only gave up 12 earned runs. Pretty good stats, if you ask
Coming
me.
out hot here.
And he's coming out hot. He's up 0-2
back.
on Ian Mons. And, you know, as you're a former Gull, you're an alumni, you know, if anybody who wants a championship, it's this guy right here on the mound.
You bet it is.
Big Ves.
Let Big Dog eat here.
And he does.
There you go. Let Big Dog eat right there. Let's go, Big Dog. That is what I'm talking about.
Bases loaded, 95-mile-per-hour fastball has Ian Mont swinging, and that is a strikeout to end the inning.
Let's go.
Look at this one coming in with some heat on it. Boom.
Fire. Let's go.
Jason Moist on the mound for his second inning of work after coming in for the starter, who had I want to say he had a pretty good start still. Landon Riley, he got, 2 outs right away on the Sylvan Lake Gulls batters, but it was just finding that third out that the Regina Red Sox have had a tough time grasping, and that one fouled back into the crowd. And lucky fan going home with a Game 2 Western Canadian Baseball League final baseball. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Yeah. Anthony Gilbert at the plate. He walked back in the first inning, and then he grounded out to third.
Back in that ball to a kid down there.
I love it. I love that.
That's a classic.
Isn't that classic?
Catch it, give it to the kid.
Such a catchy thing.
Give it to the kid.
Such a classy move by the fans. Absolutely. Anthony Gilbert now 0-1. That goes ball 1-1. And again, we're here with Gulls alumni Benny Prager, catcher number 12. You talked about, just the defense that the Sylvan Lake Gulls have had over the years. As Anthony Gilbert gets underneath this one, pretty good. It goes all the way back to the wall, and a catch made
just not flying
by Ian Mont. That is a great catch by Mont on the track.
Yeah, that's a great play.
Come away with that one, as Anthony Gilbert got a pretty good chunk of that one.
That's one of those things here too. You gotta have a center fielder who can run, right? Like that's a pretty big outfield, the ground that they got to cover. Like I think one of the best center fielders I've ever seen, Nick Groves, my second year. The balls that guy could track down. It's honestly the most reassuring feeling though, because the ball was hit out there.
Oh yeah,
it's caught.
Yeah,
it's caught. Yeah. No matter what. Like that kid could flat out play.
Yeah, he could. And like I said, we were talking about how good the Gulls defense is, and this is Michael Quick at the plate. He's 2 for 2 on the night. You were being modest because you're talking about the pitcher, you're talking about the infield, the outfield, but the catchers, including yourself, my guy, Sylvan Lake Gulls have had some outstanding catchers over the years, and this is grounded out, and they make a great throw and a great stab over at first from James Wright to scoop that ball off of a bounce and a hopper from Matthew Fox for out number 2. So incredible defense work that is on display there by the Regina Red Sox and in the third baseman, Matthew Fox. But yeah, I was, talking about, the defense, but the catchers at the end of the day for the great pitchers that have been on the mound, have to call the game. And you know, you see Trip Ray this year, and you see Junior Garcia and all these guys. You know, Silver Lake Gulls just keep finding good catchers as well in this program. So what can you say about you know, just how they've managed the catchers, even especially this year when they can rotate a couple guys and be confident who they're putting behind the plate?
Yeah, I think that's nice too, and the rotation definitely helps. When you have those three guys, right? It's like it's a very physically demanding position,
Yes.
you know. And I know, like, my first year we only had two of us, and my second year we only had two, me and Hank. And by the end of the year, I caught close to 40 games, right? And
That's a lot of baseball.
It wears and tears in your body, but I honestly think it's more so the development that these guys see. I think Wyatt is a mastermind behind the dish, and I was lucky enough to go out for dinner with him a couple nights. He's developed into one of my best friends, and it's now we get to talk about our past and stuff. But I think it's the way he develops players. Like, he changed my career truly, and like trajectory of my career. And I honestly can't thank that guy enough, because he did wonders for me, you know. And I think he develops the catchers really well, and he does a great job.
Well, catcher there, Trip Ray, strikes out for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Regina Red Sox. One of the few times they have done that tonight. But speaking of thanks, Benny, thank you for joining us here in the broadcast booth. And
appreciate it.
hope you enjoy the rest of this game. And of course, I know that you're hoping for a big win here from your former team. So enjoy the game, have fun, and thanks again for joining us.
Thank you very much. Love you, Mom and Dad. Love my girlfriend Kira. You guys are the best. Go Gulls.
Benny Prediger, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with the top half of the 6th when we come back. Big Vess on the mound for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, and he is feeling it. He did some terrific work coming in for Kai Rempel with the bases loaded situation, and he strikes out Ian Mons to retire the 5th inning for the Sox. And again, strands up more base runners, and that has been the theme tonight for the Regina Red Sox. If you're just tuning in now, the Sylvan Lake Gulls lead at 5-1. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Red Sox out hitting the Sylvan Lake Gulls 8-5. Just unfortunately for them, their hitting isn't coming at timely moments where they can't seem to find a way to cash in runs. The Gulls defense doing a good job of crunching down and getting things done when they need to, and the bats have done a pretty solid job in the first 3 innings of this ball game. Big Vess throwing hard. That's 95 on the gun. 1-2 the count now to Riley Bender, Justin Samard on deck, and then Jordan Tucker rounding out the batting order here in the bottom or top half of the 6th inning. And there is another strikeout for the big man in number 25, Nick Veselinovic. He's feeling it. 2nd strikeout of the night. I'll bring up 3rd baseman Justin Samard. 0 for 2 on the evening. Struck out back in the 4th.
Number 11, Justin Samard.
And Justin Samard Swings on this one. It is going down, foul towards foul line, but it's caught fair by Simon Baker in right field for out number 2. A great shot there of Gulls Field on what turned out to be a pretty nice night. It's a little cool, but it's dry, and that is the main thing here in Sylvan Lake, Alberta. Cale Clark, glad to have you tuning in to the Gulls broadcast on Flow College. This is game 2 of the WCBL final. It has been something to watch so far, and buckle up because we aren't done yet. We got a few more innings to go here. Jordan Tucker at the plate had a base hit back in the second, and then he grounded out right to Kai Rempel in the 4th inning. Two and 0 the count to Jordan Tucker. Here comes the pitch. Hit well into right field, and that will stay fair down the first baseline as Baker's going to throw this in, but Tucker's going to get there to second for a sliding double. So another base hit lands for the Red Sox, and this 2-out rally will begin for Regina. That'll bring up the oh-so-dangerous Raphael Jackson, who is 2 for 3 on the evening. Couple base hits for a ground, and then grounded out to first base in the second. Runner in scoring position for the Red Sox. And this is hit into the hole out in right field. Baker's going to field it with the long throw at home, but not in time as Jordan Tucker comes in to score. So finally, the Red Sox find a way to cash in a run, thanks to Raphael Jackson. Score now 5-2. That'll bring up Zaid Brannigan, second baseman. He's 2 for 3 on the night. 10 base hits for the Red Sox. That one just missing inside and up high for ball 1. Want to thank again Benny Prediger, Gulls alumni catcher, for joining us here in the broadcast booth just recently, moments ago. Always has something to say, and a great kid. Took this community as his home, and this is a throw down to second and not in time. They're going to call Raphael Jackson making it to second with a stolen base just in time. And Jackson looks like he's in a little bit of discomfort here. Looks like he jammed his thumb on the play. As we take a look at the Hearthstone Property Management replay, a great throw by Trip Ray. And yeah, Jackson just jamming his left thumb on that bag. And he needs some time here to shake it off. And he says he's a good, but that didn't look like it was fun. And I'm not sure if he jammed on the base or the foot of Tai Yukimoto, but it looks like he's going to be okay. He's like, yeah, let's keep her going. I'm fine. Just one of those pains that it's going to last for a while, and you just hope that by playing longer and more, it'll go away on its own. But that's got to be tough to swing a bat after that. And let's take a look at this play again. Now the throw, is it in time? Yeah, I don't think it is. No, it's not. He's there safely. But yeah, his left hand does get kind of jammed up there on the bag. So keep our eye on that for Raphael Jackson, but a great stolen base nonetheless. And then this is lifted into shallow center field, and this is going to drive in another run. So now the bats are coming alive for the Regina Red Sox, and they're giving Sylvan Lake a little taste of their own medicine after quickly being down with 2 away. They got a 2-out rally going, and they drive in 2 runs. And again, if it wasn't for that stolen base, that wouldn't be a run scored. So a nice RBI single there for Zaid Brannigan. And we got a new pitcher warming up in the bullpen, just in case. As Big Vess isn't done yet. 93-mile-per-hour fastball inside. And he comes back with the exact same pitch. 0-2. Jacob Rochelle warming up in the bullpen just in case, but they're going to try to leave things up to Big Vess here. And he does the job. Finally gets out number 3, but not before the Red Sox have something to say about it first after a few more base hits added to the scoreboard and finally adding a couple runs. It's only a 2-run game. Gulls lead at 5-3 heading to the bottom of the 6th when we come back. Back-to-back 3-up, 3-down innings for the Regina Red Sox defensively has so far slowed down this Gulls offense. This will bring up Bryce Turner, and Red Sox have now added a couple runs, so it's only a 2-run ball game now. Red Sox threatening yet again here in this ball game. Turner swings on this ball, lifts it out to right field, and coming away with it is Raphael Jackson. So he'll make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Simon Baker, who was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd inning, drove in a run. The bases loaded situation, and it's 0 for 1 on the evening. He thought about bunting, pulls back, and it's a called strike regardless. Baker hits this well into left field, and it is dropped. A nice base hit there for Simon Baker. A great effort by left fielder Jordan Tucker. Thought for a moment he had it in his glove, but it just sneaks underneath the glove. And Baker over at first safely. So that'll bring up Kyle Lewis. as the Gulls look to kind of get the offense rolling yet again. It's been quiet the last couple of innings. 5-3 Gulls lead it. One away and the crowd coming alive. That's fouled off over the screen and right on the roof of Gulls Stadium. One and one the count. To Kyle Lewis, who walked back in the second, flew out to left field in the third. Jason Moist just missing down low on that one. 2-1 the count. Warm-up still happening in the bullpen for the Red Sox as we take a look at who might be warming up, and that is number 37, Nicholas Yard. Getting ready and loose. And Lewis hits this hard. Deep center field all the way back to the wall. Off the wall it goes. And they're going to score another run here. This could be a triple, and it will be for Kyle Lewis. RBI triple. Electrifies this crowd yet again at Bagatelle Park. And you take a look at the replay, and that just needed a foot more, and it was out of the ballpark. What a bomb by Kyle Lewis. Having a big impact in this game. One away. That'll bring up the top of the batting order, Tai Yukamoto. He had a 2-run homer back in the second inning, and he takes that one off the leg for a base. So Moist maybe a little bit rattled here, and that will allow a meeting on the mound here. So the head coach will come out. And that might be the night for Jason Moist. And it will be, as the head coach for the Red Sox takes the ball and Rye, and he will give him a pat on the back, and they'll get a new pitcher in to warm up. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back to continue the bottom of the sixth inning when we come back. You're watching Gulls Baseball on Flow College, brought to you by visitsylvanlake.ca. Here's the new pitcher for the Regina Red Sox, Nicholas Yard. He goes to Doane University from Newitt, Colorado. And he will face Jaden Flores, who is oh so dangerous for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Batting .318 in the postseason, but in the regular season, .331. He led the team with RBIs at 32 this season and led the team in homers as well. 6 home runs he hit as he takes the first pitch for a strike and a easy steal for Tai Yukamoto as they were trying to draw the play over at third. So bases at third and second, 1 away. Flores with a base hit back in the first inning. Struck out in the second and grounded out in the fourth. Takes a big cut at that one. 0-2. They call him J Flo. He's got the style. The shoes are something else if he's wearing the sparkly ones. He's not wearing them tonight, but you wonder if we'll win tonight, he might bring them out. Might be his dancing shoes as he's down on the count right now, 0-2. That one up high. Again, this is Nicholas Yard, new pitcher for the Red Sox. Yard pitched in 15 games in the regular season. That's fouled off. Back to the screen. 15 games in the regular season. He pitched 34 innings, 30 Ks, gave up 25 earned runs. And so far has had 2 games of work in the postseason. Just over 4 innings, 3 Ks, 3 earned runs. 1-2 to Jaden Flores. And that one inside and high. Evens the count at 2-2. (6-3) Gulls lead. Bottom of 6. An absolute battle here at Gulls Field. Off speed, just a little up high, misses outside, brings the count to full. So Flores doing a good job with this at bat, being down 0-2 at one point, now brings it to full. 1 away, runners in scoring position. Can the Gulls add some more? And he fights that one off, stays alive, still full count. Again, congratulations to the Saskatoon Berries on their incredible season. 46 wins that beat the Gulls' WCBL all-time regular season win record that they set last season. And Regina Red Sox knocking them out in the Eastern Final and knocking Jaden Flores out the batter's box with a swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Nicholas Yard. So that'll bring up the DH, Brock Tiarina. 0 for 3 tonight. Looking to get himself on the board in a big way in the big game. Should he continue things on, Anthony Gilbert on deck. That one misses just outside for ball 1. That one catch in the corner. 1-1. Lights are on at Gulls Field, Pagattle Park. That one catching inside now. 1-2. Good pitches there by Nicholas Yard for the Red Sox, looking for the final out. Gulls have done a good job of keeping things going. 2-out rallies. So they've scored a good chunk of their runs so far tonight. And Brock T. Arena looking to do the same. Fights that one off, fouls it off the screen. Should the Red Sox win tonight, Game 3 will go tomorrow night here at Gulls Field. 7:05 p.m. start. Should be a beautiful day too tomorrow. Sunny. Sun in the forecast anyway. Today was a little questionable, but Mother Nature so far has been nice to us. A little cool on the cool side for these players, especially the guys from down south and that are used to hot climaxes in the States. And T. Arena again fights this one off. Really good at bat here for Brock T. Arena. Nicholas Yard throwing quite a few. 13 so far since coming in this inning. 1-2 the count, 2 away. Here comes the pitch. T. Arena swings on it, popped up, shallow right center field, and it is caught by Raphael Jackson. Had to run a long way to make the grab, but does it to retire the inning. And the Sylvan Lake Gulls add one more run to the score, now making it 6-3 as we head to the top of the 7th. We'll be back with more Gulls baseball. So I'll keep our eye on that as the game goes on. I don't believe there's any other substitutions that have been made. Big Vest still in the game, Nick Veselinovic, and this is in foul territory and almost getting there in time was Anthony Gilbert as Brady Bye pops this one up. And I don't think Gilbert was, he was getting really close to the fence, and that's why I think he was hesitant sliding into this one. That's a tough catch to make, but he gets back to his feet. It looks like he's okay. But yeah, you got to be careful. And he was being very cautious of how quickly that fence is approaching, and that's a smart heads-up play by the third baseman. Brady Bye 0 for 3 on the night. That one up high. He checks his swing. Doesn't come around. 1-1. By hitting 370 of these playoffs, 9 RBIs, 10 hits ahead of tonight. And that's a ball, 2-1. Jacob Rochelle in the bullpen for the Silver Lake Gulls, still staying warm, keeping hot, just in case he needs to come into this ball game sooner than later. And I would think him and maybe one more guy might come in to close this ball game on the pitching staff for the Silver Lake Gulls. They're going to kind of throw everybody they have at the Red Sox with the 3-run lead. And there's a strike on Brady By as he takes a little walk, cools down. That brings the count to full. Let's take a look at this pitch. Brought to you by Hearthstone Property Management Replay. Yeah, that's a great pitch by Nick Veselinovic. So full count to By. And he just lifts his foul down the third base line. Regina Red Sox offense has made it very, very tough on the solid pitching staff of this Sylvan Lake Gulls. Nick Veselinovic's got him. Another K on the fence for the Gulls, and another K for Big Ves. Gets that one right at the knees. And that's back-to-back innings. The Gulls did not give up a hit off the leadoff hitter. Before that, the Sox hit almost every single inning other than the third to start every inning. So it's been one of those nights where Red Sox greet the inning with some great bat presence, but then are snuffed out. And then a complete opposite where last inning they were shut down quick and early, and then the 2-out rally came on and they drove in a couple runs. What the Sylvan Lake Gulls have done to the Red Sox for pretty much majority of the night. One and two to James Wright. Comes in with the off-speed trip. Ray thought he had him. So did Nick Veselinovic. He thought that was in there for a called strike. Just missed. Let's take a look again here at the property management replay, and it is a big sweeping curveball that just didn't curve enough. That pitch comes inside, and a good eye there by James Wright. Really good at bat here. He had the double back in the fourth inning. This Red Sox team has really done a good job in the batter's box tonight. You got to give them credit. 11 base hits to the Sylvan Lake Gulls 7, and they lift this into shallow center field. Yukamoto plays it deep in the hole, and he'll make the play in time for out number 2. It's right behind second base. Nice scoop and a nice play over to Aiden Macaris, as we mentioned, filling in for Bryce Turner.
There's 26, Ian Montz.
So that'll bring up number 26, Ian Montz, the solo homer for the Red Sox, and he might have just done it again, and he did, as he lifts this over the fence, and another solo home run for Ian Montz. Wow, this kid's got a bat. Second homer of the night. Brings the Red Sox back to within 2 runs. And he got all of it. Nick Veselinovic knew right away, and that will prompt a meeting on the mound. That might be Nick Veselinovic's end to the evening here. As Matt Hape comes over, takes the ball, and Big Bess gets some handshakes all around, or some high fives, some fist bumps, and that'll be the night for Nick Veselinovic. But he had a good night. He had a good outing. But this Red Sox batter, they're giving everything they got against this pitching staff, and Sylvan Lake's got to go through quite a number of arms here tonight as they'll bring in Jacob Rochelle. We'll let him warm up. We'll come back with more Gulls baseball. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting to the good part right now. New pitcher on the mound for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, 2 away. And this is Riley Bender. But on the mound is Jacob Rochelle from San Marcos, California. They call him Sunshine. And Rochelle has seen his fair share of playoff baseball with the Gulls. 2 games, in fact, just over 3 innings pitched. He's at 4 Ks. He's given up 2 runs and 4 hits. And he's coming in quick with a couple of fastballs right down the middle. 0-2 on Riley Bender, the DH tonight. And a strikeout. Jacob Rochelle says, I've seen enough of this, and will sit down the Red Sox. But the Red Sox do get the solo homer after Rochelle strikes out the final batter, and the Gulls will come to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Well, if this is your first time watching a Gulls broadcast, the 7th inning stretch, we do a pump it up, and the fans all pumping it up right there on the berm. Fans of all ages, the kids, the adults, everybody involved. Good stuff, guys. Thanks for the shot. Green Onion Media, the producers of every Gulls game. And how about this? A leadoff hit down the third baseline for Anthony Gilbert's going to try to turn 2 here. And he gets there in time. That's how you start things off. And Gulls still would stop 2 runs, but the Red Sox have put a little bit of pressure on the Sylvan Lake Gulls team with back-to-back innings, scoring some runs and clawing their way back to within grasp. Now only a 2-run lead, but Gulls, Anthony Gilbert might have something else to say, and Michael Quick as well now at the plate. He's 2 for 3 on the night. Looking to feed off the energy from the pump it up and feed off the energy from that leadoff hit, leadoff double, I should say, thanks to Anthony Gilbert. But yeah, glad to have you tuning in to Gulls broadcast on Flow College, brought to you by visitsylvanlake.ca. Thanks for tuning in, whoever you are and wherever you might be. We appreciate it. This has been a fun night to watch, fun night for everybody in attendance, and everybody hopefully at home has been enjoying it as well, as this is a bunt down the third baseline, and it's going to trickle foul. Michael Quick almost laid down a perfect bunt. Just had a little too much spin on that ball, and it had just enough juice to get over the line in time. Nice try there, Michael Quick. We've seen some really good bunts by the Sylvan Lake Gulls team, especially in the playoffs. And Quick thought about bunting, and he pulls back, and it's a called strike. And he's not happy about it. You can tell by the expression on the face that he thought there's no way. However, call will be a strike. 1-2 the count to Michael Quick, left fielder. And he drills that right into the Gulls dugout. Look out there. And heads up Jason Chatwood, by the way. Chatwood has seen enough of those this year. Been a couple of hard hit balls towards the dugout tonight. 1-2 to Michael Quick. The bunt is off, and he takes a late swing at that one as Nicholas Yard ties him up. Got him going out swinging behind that one. So a good pitch there by Yard. That'll bring up Trip Ray.
Here's the catcher, number 13, Trip Ray.
This is grounded to the shortstop. They're going to make the throw over to third, and it's in time to catch Anthony Gilbert. As Trip Ray lines this right to shortstop Matthew Fox, makes a great throw over to the third baseman of Justin Samard, and he gets the tag in time. So they get the leadoff runner, and that's a huge play, by the way. As Trip Ray reaches base on a fielder's choice. That'll bring up Aiden Macris, the first time he has seen the plate and have a bat in his hand since coming in for Bryce Turner just a couple innings ago. Two-way. Gulls looking to keep a two-out rally going. Macris takes a big cut at that one for strike number 1. The Okotoks Alberta native defeating his hometown team in the Western Final, and some good stuff in the after the game. They had a lot of great meetings between the Dogs and the Gulls players, and Aiden Macris was one of those players that had nothing but respect for those guys down there. This is going to be fair down the third baseline, and Macris beats out the throw as that was placed perfectly and hard for Justin Simard to make the toss. Couple bouncer. Simard had to really chuck that ball across the diamond. But Macris, with some wheels on him, gets there in time to keep this two-out rally alive. That'll bring up Simon Baker, the right fielder.
The right fielder, number 38, Simon.
He's got an RBI. Already tonight, and a base hit back in the 6th. This guy can swing a bat, that is for sure. Baker 238 in the playoffs. And he had a 252 batting average in the regular season and 131 at-bats. 20 RBIs, 4 home runs, and 33 hits. The youngster from Cochrane, Alberta, can really put a charge in the ball. And he takes a big cut at that one, and we noticed that he obviously had that home run in Okotoks, the Western Final. That was huge. It was a grand slam, too, of all things. That was what gave the Gulls that win in Okotoks. One. And he takes another big cut at that one. Down 1-2. Good pitching here by the Red Sox, Nicholas Yard. You knew this game was going to be a battle. It wasn't going to be easy for either side. One and two. Baker pops this up into foul territory, going to the track, and it lands safely. Justin Simard might have slid a little too soon on that play. Otherwise, he might have been able to get there in time, but a good try there as it bounces away from him. Really good effort by the third baseman. Ladera Ranch, California kid. Baker looking to keep this inning alive. And he hits this well, but right to the left fielder and Jordan Tucker. So the inning will be retired. Gulls with 0 runs, 2 runners stranded, couple base hits in that inning. They'll still have a 6-4 lead when we head to the top of 8th. Top of 8, Jacob Rochelle on the mound. This will be his second batter that he's faced tonight. Last batter came in at the bottom of the top of the 7th, and Riley Bender, he struck out with 3 pitches. Just had him swinging on all of them. And this will be Justin Samard, who's 0 for 3 on the evening. Fouls that back off the screen. 0-1. 6-4, Sylvan Lake Gulls lead it. Game 2 of the WCBL final, championship on the line. Harry Hallis Memorial Trophy is present and on the concourse. Another swing and a miss. 0-2 to Samard. It has been, and we mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, 1 and 2, it's one of those seasons for the Sylvan Lake Gulls that probably has shown one of the more adverse seasons they've had to face. A lot of adversity that they had to overcome this season. And how about a strikeout for that guy, Jacob Rochelle, 2 in a row, second of the night. And that's a good pitch. Sunshine from California. But yes, the Sylvan Lake Gulls have had a year, and it's, it was such a different season because you take a look at last year and they dominated the league. They broke the regular season win record. They were in a very similar spot that Saskatoon ended up in this year, where they were upset in the final. They just couldn't find a way to get to that WCBL final. They ended up losing in the conference final. And then this year, a year where they weren't blowing anybody out of the park. And we heard it from, the Dugout Stories podcast with Jason Chatwood in interviews and everything like that, where he's admitted that, we had to fight for every single win this season. No win was easy. No win was a given. We've come a long way this year to get where they are. And the Sylvan Lake Gulls, they want to do it for the community. They want to do it for Coach Chatwood. They want to do it for the former players, the alumni players before them. It's a year that Sylvan Lake Gulls have come a long way and built towards something here. And this is squibbed right back to the mound. Rochelle can't quite turn on it, grabs it anyways, and he throws it in time. Are you kidding me? Jacob Rochelle. Just the softest contact off the hands. He couldn't quite make the catch in midair, but then he barehands it off the one hop with a spin around move and throws an absolute dart over to Aiden Macaris. I think Rochelle is feeling it tonight and into this one. Wow, what a play. That might be one of the top defensive plays we have seen tonight. That was incredible. Something to watch there for sure. Simon Baker also had a great grab out in right field earlier on this ballgame, but I think that tops it. That was something. Some great athleticism from the pitcher in Jacob Rochelle. Raphael Jackson hits this on the ground to Jaden Flores, and he misses the throw over to first. So that'll be the first error of the ball game that could have ended this inning. And Flores just lets that one get away from him. You don't see Flores make that mistake often. And it's just a little too casual, and he hung on to that one a little long. So Raphael Jackson will stay safe on the air over at first base. And this is where you got to, calm the nerves and reset if you're the Sylvan Lake Gulls. That'll bring up Zaid Brannigan.
Number 21, Zay Brannigan.
2 away. And this is lifted into the gap out in the right field. So the 2-out rally continues thanks to Zaid Brannigan.
shortstop, number 7, Matthew Fox.
We'll have a warm-up at the bullpen. This is number 36. Guess who? Mickey McCloskey came in last night, and he had the Regina Red Sox's number. But Rochelle isn't going to go down without a fight, that's for sure, as he comes in 90-mile-per-hour fastball on the inside. Just needs one more out. Runners at first and second for the Regina Red Sox. Matthew Fox at the plate. And this is a fly ball to shallow center field. And running all the way back, redeeming himself, is Jaden Flores for the third out of the inning. That's how you shake things off and get back into defensive. As you take a look at the play, and he had to run a long ways, and he said, no, I got this. I'm redeeming myself. But how about a play first, just before this play on the mound? Jacob Rochelle, he's feeling it tonight. He's making plays with the arm and on the field as he fires that over in time. Gulls coming to bat. Still on the mound for the Red Sox is Nicholas Yard, as he will face Kyle Lewis stepping into the batter's box. And Lewis had that RBI triple back in the 6th inning. And that was his last at bat. So Lewis looking to keep things going here for the Gulls, give him maybe a little bit more assurance. Insurance, I should say. My apologies. Insurance. I meant to say a little bit more reassurance for the pitcher, but insurance in this game. 6-4, the Sylvan Lake Gulls lead over the Red Sox. They are now only 3 outs away defensively from a championship title. That one coming in off speed, misses. 1-1. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen, as well. Don't go anywhere. No matter how this game ends, there will be some post-game reaction right here on Flow College. So stick around and find out what that's all about. Listen in on all the good things that we have coming your way for the post-game show. Two and one, the count to Kyle Lewis. This is hit on the ground, right to Matthew Fox, and he has not made any mistakes over there, as he will make the throw over to first in time for out number 1. So back to the top of the batting order, Tai Yukamoto had that 2-run shot back in the 2nd. It's hit by a pitch in the 6th, grounded out a couple other times. So he is 1 for 3 on the night. Takes that inside, and it's called strike. Oh, and 1. Yukimoto pops this up down the third baseline, and it's caught by a beautiful play by Matthew Fox, coming over and making the catch, having to kind of jump and leap over third baseman Justin Simard, but a good thing he did, because otherwise that would have fell in fair territory. But a good catch there by Simard for out number 2. Or sorry, good catch there by Fox, my apologies. Bring up Jaden Flores. This is hit on the ground as well. Guess who? Matthew Fox will field it off the turf and in time for out number 3. So a quick 3-up, 3-down inning for the Red Sox. And let's take a look at the Hearthstone Property Management replay off the turf. And oh, that's close. But the Red Sox get the benefit of the call. The Sylvan Lake Gulls are 3 outs away. And we'll need a big, big defensive inning as Jason Chatwood talks to the umpire, and he's not happy with it. Well, okay, we're going to stay here, and just in case, as we want to see how the rest of this plays out. Chatwood's going to have his words with Ron Chuchuk, and we're going to just let things go. We'll come back with the top of the 9, 3 outs away for the Sylvan Lake Gulls when we come back. There's the 50-50, $20,000 and $190. Just like that for the 50-50 here tonight in the game 2 of the Western Canadian Baseball League final. I knew I was going somewhere with that. And they're going to keep Jacob Rochelle on the mound to take care of business. This is Brady by, and he catches the corner there, brings it to 1-1. The Red Sox down their last 3 outs. Down 2 runs, Skulls holding on, 6-4. That one misses inside, 2-1 the count. So looking at the bullpen right now, this might be Rochelle's game. They do have pitchers in there just in case on standby. And Rochelle finds the outside corner with that one, 2-2. Brady by 0 for 4 on the night. And he hits this down the third baseline. It's going to land fair in the corner. And the Red Sox lead things off with a double. The tying run coming to the plate. Don't go anywhere just yet, ladies and gentlemen. And this will bring up number 5, first baseman James Wright. So Sylvan Lake has some work cut out for them yet.
Now mounting the first baseman, number 5, James Wright.
James Wright, 1 for 3 at the plate tonight. Had that double back in the 4th. Shell starts him off with a strike. Now we got some more warm up in the bullpen for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. And that is going to be Mickey McCloskey getting hot. And Ray lost it for a moment, but maybe a little bit of a benefit of the umpire behind him stopping that ball from going behind. Finds it. 1-1 the count. That one just missing high on James Wright. 2-1. 9 Ks so far on the evening for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. There's a swing and a miss. James Wright, 2-2. Fans getting behind Jacob Rochelle here. The 2-2 pitch, and that's down the first baseline foul. And that didn't miss by much either. The Red Sox with 14 hits on the evening. Rochelle comes in with off speed, but that misses high and inside for ball number 3. Full count now. To James Wright. And Rochelle beams him off the back, which will walk James Wright and put the tying run over at first. So that'll bring up pitching coach Matt Haight, and I think that's going to be the night for Jacob Rochelle. But he had a very good outing. I mean, he came in the top of the 7th. Last batter, Riley Banner struck out Justin Samard. Made a great play in the 8th inning off the mound. And then since then has gotten rung up a little bit here. So we'll step aside while the new pitcher gets loose and warm, and we'll come back with more Gulls baseball right here on Full College. Well, there he is, number 36, Mickey McCloskey from Lake Oswego, Oregon, Bellevue University product. Red Sox saw this guy last night. He ended things, and you know he can throw hard. This will be Mickey McCloskey's 4th game of the playoffs. He's got over 3 innings pitched, 5 Ks, 2 saves. He's only given up 1 hit. And he starts off with a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. That one fouled back. Oh, 0-2 on the center fielder, Ian Mons. That one just fouled off, staying alive, Ian Mons. Fouled off the turf. Nothing like a little drama in Game 2 of the Western Canadian Baseball League Finals. You got to give credit to the Regina Red Sox. They didn't go anywhere. They battled and stayed in this game right to the bitter end, and they're trying to keep it going here. 6-4, Gulls lead it. Runners at first and second. And a swing and a miss. Dropped, but it's not going to matter. There's one away.
The designated hitter, number 19, Riley Bender.
Riley Bender, the DH tonight, 1 for 4 at the plate. And he started with a strike, looking strike. Double play is in play here, ladies and gentlemen. Mickey McCloskey. The 0-1 pitch to Riley Bender, and that catches the corner as well. 0-2. To Riley Bender. And that is a hopper. It gets away. Trip Ray's going to hustle onto it, and that'll advance the base runners. So double play maybe not in order now. A tough pitch there by Mickey McCloskey. Maybe a little bit of nerves getting to him on that one. And we're going to call a time. They're going to run a pinch runner in over at second base. That is number 42 coming in. And we're going to try to find out who 42 is. Or sorry, it's 48. My apologies. So that's going to be Jory Graves, Regina, Saskatchewan native. I thought 42 from up here, and down low the guys told me 48. So thanks, guys. So runners at third and second. Silver Lake finding themselves a little bit in a hole here. One away. The 1-2 count. This is a huge pitch for Mickey McCloskey on Riley Bender. And he fouls that back to the screen. Stay alive. That one also fouled on. Just enough to stay alive. 1-2 the count remains. Some more warming up in the bullpen just in case, and that looks like it'll be Leroy Taveras. You know, he'll be ready to come into this game if he needs to. Obviously hoping for his pitching staff, his teammates to help get the job done. McCloskey does with that strikeout. That's 2 away. Red Sox down to their final out. Oh boy. The fate rests on Justin Samard.
Now batting for the Red Sox, third baseman, number 11, Justin Samard.
Mickey McCloskey down potentially to his final batter. 2-way, runners at third and second. Gulls lead at 6-4. McCloskey, pitch swung on and foul as the rain comes down here in Sylvan Lake. Oh and 1 to Justin Samard. Here comes the pitch, and it's called strike. The Red Sox are down to their final strike. The crowd is on their feet. Mickey McCloskey looking to do something that has never been done before here in Sylvan Lake. 0-2 pitch down and into the turf. And he shakes his head like, yeah, okay. Try to get him to swing on that one. 1-2. Everybody here at Gulls Field, Pagal Park, are on their feet. Gulls wanting to do this for Jason Chatwood. Gulls wanting to do this for the community. Mickey McCloskey wanting to do this for his teammates. This is grounded to Jaden Flores. He stops it. He's on his feet. Throw at home. Comes in. And he's safe. This game is tied. Oh, boy. A tough play deep in the hole. Jaden Flores stops it. Couldn't find it. They send the runner home. Great throw, but not in time. As heads up base running there by James Wright comes in to tie this ball game in the top half of the ninth inning. Wow. And a good hit there by Justin Samard to keep this game alive and now tie the game. Now the Gulls need to settle in and find a way to get her done here as it's 2-away. Great play there by the Regina Red Sox third baseman, and Justin Samard hits it deep into the hole and just in the gap enough to not allow an easy play for Jaden Flores, and he makes a good stop from letting it go in the outfield, but it doesn't matter. It was enough for the Red Sox to tie this ball game. And now 3 straight balls for Mickey McCloskey. As the rain's coming down a little bit here in Sylvan Lake, lightly. Nobody really leaving their seats, though. And the crowd still getting behind Mickey McCloskey, and that's Jordan Tucker taking all the way on that one. Three and 1 to Jordan Tucker. And he's walked. It's just been a tough night for the pitching staff of the Sylvan Lake Gulls. This offense for the Red Sox has just had no quit. They have been absolute workforces here in this ball game, and that is going to have yet another meeting on the mound from the pitching coach and Matt Hape. Unfortunate break for the Gulls. Down to the last strike of the ball game, and Justin Simard plays hero for the Regina Red Sox to keep this game going. So they're going to just kind of get everybody on the right page here, calm things down a bit. Runners at first and second for Regina. The drama continues. And Raphael Jackson coming up to the plate, who has been very, very strong here tonight. He's got 3 base hits, an RBI, got on base to an error in the 8th as well. He has been very, very good tonight with the bat. 1 runner in scoring position. It's going to be a test here for Mickey McCloskey. And that gets away as runners advance an extra base. So now the Red Sox in position to maybe take their very first lead of this ball game. They're trying to let Mickey McCloskey end things himself. Big swing, big miss. Raphael Jackson tried to send that to the moon with that swing. So it'll be interesting to see what the Red Sox do for the bullpen and who they send out to start the bottom half of this 9th inning. But the Gulls have to get out of this one first. It's 2-1 to Jackson. What a game it's been, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you at home have been enjoying it just as much as we have been here at the ballpark. What a final this is turning out to be. And this is hit into the gap. The Regina Red Sox are going to take their first lead of the ball game. And things are just falling apart here in the 9th for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Raphael Jackson continues to absolutely dominate with the bat here tonight. And he is a big part of why the Red Sox have come all the way back, have scored 4 runs in the top of 9, and now lead 8-6.
Number 21, Zayed Brannigan.
Regina Red Sox just show no quit. A comeback team. And they put the pressure now on the Sylvan Lake Gulls in the bottom of 9 to keep this game even going, or else we'll be coming back here tomorrow night, folks. And this is hit well into deep right field, going all the way back to the wall, and it's gone. Regina has just silenced this crowd. Zayed Brannigan lifts this over the fence of right field, and they go up by now 4 runs. Wow, what a turn of events in this ball game. I am speechless. Have you ever seen anything in a WCBL final like this? Absolutely incredible. Red Sox explode in the 9th inning. Gulls have their work cut out for them now. And that's fouled off the screen. 1-1. 2-1 the count now, and the Gulls just trying to get out of this inning. And it's going to now all rely on the bats. What can the bats do for the Sylvan Lake Gulls? Can we have more drama yet to be made in this game? This is hit right to third baseman Anthony Gilbert. Will field it, make the throw to Macris. Good pickup there, and this inning is over. But wow, what a dominant top of 9 for the Regina Red Sox. 6 straight runs now lead this ball game. They were down 2, down to their final strike, and they are up 4 runs going to the bottom 9. Gulls coming to bat. Same pitcher's going to stay on the mound for the Red Sox, and Nicholas Yard. He has done a pretty good job of coming in and shutting things down on the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Last run scored by the Gulls was back in the 6th. That then gave them a 6-3 lead. That has since quickly vanished. It was 6-4 heading the 9th. Red Sox are down to their final strike, final out. And then the 2-0 rally exploded. They got 6 runs in the top half of the 9 and now lead by 4. That'll bring up Brock T. Arena to the plate. And now it's all on the offense of the Sylvan Lake Gulls to keep this game going or win this ball game. As they saw a lead that they had pretty much majority of the night vanish just like that in 1 inning. And it was at the most crucial point in the game. So Brock T. Arena will face the same pitcher as I mentioned, Nicholas Yard. That one comes up high. Ball 1-1. Now a new catcher in the game for the Red Sox, and that is number 3, Daniel Castellanos from Los Angeles, California. So they're making a couple moves, but that goes inside on Tiarina, just missing. But should the Red Sox now hang on to win and force a game 3 tomorrow, that will make things interesting on this pitching staff for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, because obviously they threw majority of their strong arms at the Red Sox here tonight. So it's going to really be interesting to see who they use tomorrow night. And good credit to the Red Sox. The offense has absolutely just been red hot tonight. 17 hits on the night so far, and Gulls with 9. And they were trailing majority of that ball game in double-digit numbers for hits, and somehow the Gulls still managed to just keep them off the scoreboard until the top of the 9th inning. As that's fouled out of play. Full count now to Brock T. Arena. So Gulls just looking to stay alive in this ball game, get the job done, but they got some work to do. They got to pick away in 1 inning. Not a lot of time to do it. Tiarina fists this one into foul territory, and it's going to be caught by Justin Simard. Good hustle there by the third baseman for out number 1. We've seen this. We've seen a lot of crazy things happen in the WCBL over the years here in Sylvan Lake. And if there's one thing to be said, and we've said it before on the broadcast, Jim Claggett and myself, never count a team out any single moment. And this goes to show as Anthony Gilbert hits this hard on the ground out into the left field for a base hit. So that might spring a little bit of energy into this Gulls offense. That'll bring up Michael Quick.
Now batting the left fielder, number 44, Michael Quick.
There's something romantic about baseball, and I mean, you got to give it to Regina. This has been a wild night for their fan base. If you're watching at home, I'm sure you have had a roller coaster of emotions in this game, as have all the Sylvan Lake Gulls fans. It has been a wild ride here in Game 2. And this is hit into the gap as well as Anthony Gilbert gets him a base hit. Michael Quick, my apologies, with a base hit. Gilbert's already over at first. Again, now he advances to second. Michael Quick has had himself a pretty solid night with the bat. 3 for 5 on the night. So that'll get a little bit of a meeting on the mound here as the Red Sox don't want this inning to get away on them now after finally gaining the lead late in this ball game. So some warming up in the bullpen for Regina. And that's number 25, Vittorio Lacabucci from Vancouver, BC. 1 away, by the way. Gulls need 4 to keep this game going. Maybe we haven't seen it all yet. This could be one of the most epic finishes in the WCBL finals. It's probably already ranked up there for one of the biggest comebacks in a final. It's Trip Ray. Is at the plate. That one up high. Ball number 1. Trip Ray had that one base hit back in the 3rd. And fielder's choice in the 7th. Struck out in the 5th and grounded out in the 1st to shortstop. Fans staying with it, though, as they always do. And Trip Ray just checks his swing and makes contact with the ball for a strike, a foul. 1-1. Some Red Sox fans in attendance trying to get the chant going. That one just missing outside. 2-1 the count to Trip Ray. His father in attendance, Tom. And so is Matty Fung's dad, Rob Fung. You know, a lot of parents come back to the ballpark to take in the experience of this final. And that is into the turf. 3-1 the count to Trip Ray now. Gulls would happily take a bases loaded situation, I'm sure. 3-1 the count to Trip Ray. And he'll take the walk. Bases loaded. Tie and run is at the plate with one away. And you won't believe who they're calling in. Right when you didn't think it could get much better, folks. The veteran, Matty Fung, is in the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, this is almost scripted. This is Hollywood kind of stuff that you see in movies. And we'll see what happens here with this me on the mound. I think they're going to throw in a new pitcher, as this will be at the end of the night for Nicholas Yard. But man, did Nicholas Yard have a terrific game when he came in. And that will be it. So, new pitcher in, and we'll let him warm up, and we'll continue the bottom half of this ninth inning. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. This is a game. We'll be right back. Well, here's the new pitcher for the Regina Red Sox, Vittorio Lacobucci from Vancouver, BC. Goes to Point University. And he's going to face the veteran of the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Crowd coming alive here tonight for Matty Fung. With bases loaded situation, one out. The Regina Red Sox have had a night. Even their pitchers have seemed to do the job too, only having to send 4 pitchers to the mound, whereas Sylvan Lake Gulls had to send, well, they had to send 4, but potentially 5 if they can save this. But, you know, at the end of the day, the Regina Red Sox absolutely roughed up the Sylvan Lake Gulls pitching staff tonight. And the Red Sox's pitching staff have gone pretty far. You got 3 innings of solid work from Nicholas Yard, 3 innings of solid work from Riley, just over 2 innings of work from Moist. And now Lacobucci will come in to try to finish things off here on Matty Fung. And he watches that go by. Matty Fung's got a good eye too, so he's not afraid to take a walk, and that would score a run. Simon Baker on deck, who's got a strong bat. Lacobucci steps away, resets, and now he'll throw. And Fung takes this in to the back. That will score a run. Bases stay loaded. And the winning run is at the plate. Tying run at first. Simon Baker. He's hit these before. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to say it. He has hit these before. This is a moment for the kid. Gulls looking to keep it going. And that's a called strike in there. Good pitch there by Wcbl. Wcbl saw 2 games already this season, 4 innings pitched, 3 Ks. He's only given up 2 hits before tonight. Baker swings at this, pops it up, and out of play in behind the Gulls dugout for 0-2 count. Base is loaded. Gulls just looking to chip away. Chip away, if anything. And it's a strikeout. Great pitch there by Wcbl. So Gulls down to their final out. They've done a really good job early on in this game tonight with the 2-out rally. Found ways to score runs. And now they have to rely on that exact philosophy here right now with Kyle Lewis at the plate. Regina in the top of the 9th, as I was reminded from my great producer in the truck, they got 6 runs with 2 outs. So it is possible, ladies and gentlemen. That ball hit hard into the away dugout. And they were also down to their final strike. Kyle Lewis, 0-1 right now. Hit that RBI triple in the 6th, and man, could he use one of those right now. Oh and 1. Fouls this off the fists, back to the screen. Now the Sylvan Lake Gulls are down to their final strike. Crowd chanting, trying to keep Lewis alive here. And that's just down low. Oh my, what a pitch to watch go by. That's pretty close for comfort for anybody here in attendance. A good eye, though, by Kyle Lewis. Wcbl, 1-2. Down low again. 2-2 the count. 2 away. Bases loaded. 10-7. Sox lead after an insane comeback. Can the Red Sox take this to game 3? And that's down low. Lewis has worked himself to a full count. Everybody will be running on this pitch. Kyle Lewis, all fate rests here in his bat right now to keep game 2 going. Runners on the move. And it's a strikeout. The Regina Red Sox have stunned the Sylvan Lake Gulls and have had the absolute biggest comeback in one of the Western Canadian Baseball League finals that has ever been seen before. They have done it 10-7, and there will be a game 3 needed here in Sylvan Lake tomorrow night. Absolutely incredible stuff from the Regina Red Sox. You have to give them huge credit. 17 base hits here tonight. And they just didn't stop. They didn't quit. They were down 2 runs in the top of the 9th. and they're down to their final strike, final out. They end up keep things going. They get 6 runs scored to go up by 4 runs. Sylvan Lake Gulls add one in the bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, had a chance to maybe do the unthinkable again, but Regina gets the job done here tonight in the away field, and then they're against their opponent, and it has been absolutely incredible to watch if you're a Regina Red Sox fan or a baseball fan at that. And it's something that we just can't believe we have just witnessed here tonight. I think that's going to be the talk of this series, talk of the year for quite some time. No matter how tomorrow plays out, it's going to be something that people are going to remember for a very, very long time, including this Regina Red Sox team. Let's hand things down to field level with Joe McFarland and the head coach of the Sylvan Lake Gulls, Jason Chatwood.
Joins us at the ballpark this weekend. Joe is now with the head coach of your Sylvan Lake Gulls behind home plate. Joe, over to you.
Thanks so much, Joe. First off, Coach, walk us through the emotions, the mindset after a wild game 2.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hard-fought game. Like, same thing right through the end. We'd punch, they'd punch back. We'd punch, they'd punch back. And kind of same thing as last night. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. And you don't go down fighting to the very end. And I think our guys showed that. We had some momentum and we're swing away. And it's going to be a tight series. And, yeah, it is what it is.
What's the message going into game 3 now back here in Gulls Stadium?
Yeah, I think we don't have time to feel sorry for ourselves, right? We fought hard all year. We got home field advantage. We got the best fans in the league, and we got a chance to win a championship at home tomorrow night in front of them. So that's our goal.
I'll let you get back to talking to your good boys. Thanks so much, Coach. That is Sylvan Lake Gulls head coach Jason Chatwood. As we continue here down at field level, we are also on Flow Sports, and joining us now is the head coach of the Regina Red Sox, Rye Pathakos. And Rye, first off, a big win. Maybe an exhale. Walk us through what's going through your mind and what you're telling the boys as the innings are wearing on for you.
Well, our last month has been like this. The guys have a lot of heart, a lot of desire, no quit. And tonight you saw it. We're going to celebrate this for about half an hour, and then we're going to get to work tomorrow.
Same question I asked Coach Chatwood. What's the message going into a game 3? It's winner take all at this point.
Well, at this point, I don't think you need to tell them too much. They know what's at stake. We'll have a good sleep tonight, get something good to eat, and we're ready to go tomorrow.
I'll let you get back to your boys. Thanks so much for doing this, Coach. As always, that is Regina Red Sox head coach Rye Pathakos. And now to wrap things up here on the postgame show, both on Flow College and here in beautiful Gulls Stadium, the president of the Wcbl, Kevin Kavami. And Kevin, kind of what you hope for, right? You want a back and forth kind of series to wrap up the regular season.
Yeah, what a great game tonight, and the great game in Regina last night. Battling, and now we get to, for the 4th straight year, game 3, the winner take all tomorrow night here at Gulls Stadium. What an atmosphere here tonight at the stadium, and we can't wait till tomorrow night.
How impressed are you with the crowds for these playoffs? Because you think about Regina, packed house, Sylvan tonight, packed house. It's been like this the entire playoff run.
Yeah, it's been amazing, in Saskatoon, Regina, here, Okotoks, all packed houses, and it just shows the love the fans are having for the WCBL and their hometown teams. They just can't get enough of it.
The last one, talk about the talent level, because, man, everybody's putting on a show. Every team's got a really good talent level this year, it feels.
Well, I think, I was talking to Gary Brotzel this afternoon, the one from Regina, and he's the general manager and president of the Red Sox. And he said that last night, watching the game, it felt like you were in a Major League Baseball atmosphere with college-level players playing a Major League-style game. The entertainment is great for the fans at a reasonable price and right in your own backyard.
Well, we're going to do it right here in Sylvan Lake's backyard. Tomorrow night, the Harry Hallis Trophy is going to be right here again. One of these two teams is going home as champions. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, one more round of applause for the Regina Red Sox and your Sylvan Lake Gulls on a fantastic game 2. We'll see you again here for game 3.
Well said, Joe McFarland, ladies and gentlemen, as we get post-game reaction from both the president of the league and then the head coaches of both sides and both teams. After an absolute incredible game here at Gulls Field, it was remarkable. An absolutely insane comeback from the Regina Red Sox. And you knew it was going to be a series, but did you ever have it in your playing cards? This is how we're going to game 3. The Sylvan Lake Gulls, they had the lead, and they had it for most of the game, but the Red Sox bats just had something else to say. They were not going away, and as the head coach in Rye Pathako said, this team the last month has had nothing but heart, and the fans have had nothing but love for their Seagulls and their Sylvan Lake Gulls. Tai Yukamoto got things done with a 2-run homer. Gulls bats were hot early. Sox were a little quiet, but then the hits just kept coming, and it was enough that the Sylvan Lake Gulls defense eventually just couldn't keep them off the scoreboard. They finally found a way to get on the board. They tied things up, and they just absolutely stunned and silenced this Gulls team and this Gulls crowd. And we're going to go to game 3, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be a good one. We can't wait to see you tomorrow night. Game 3, do or die for everybody at the broadcast booth. I'm Cale Clark with another bird's eye view on this one. We'll see you tomorrow night.